this is the first game of the season that I didn't get to watch live.
Of all of the games.
I was 8 for 8, and then I had to watch this one pre-recorded, not pre-recorded, post-recorded, I guess would be the word.
Well, yeah, after.
Yeah.
Which was horrible because I recorded it, and I'm not the greatest at things.
Yeah, and with the nature of this game, I already knew what happened way before I got the chance to watch it, because the amount of notifications coming to my phone were out of this world.
Warning, if you hear me pause at all, it's because the France-Switzerland game is in front of my face, and I might have to react.
We are watching the Euros.
But that game was probably... I mean, all I could think about after the game, which I'm mad that I didn't end up tweeting. They just equalized. I'm mad that I didn't end up tweeting the Adam Sandler meme where it's like, this is history.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to tweet that because... Bro, that game is literally going to be a historic game that we look back on.
Not even the game, too. Like, just the goal itself is going to be something that we'll never forget.
Dude,
like, ever.
There's a point, I'll send you the screenshot to put up, but, like, there's a point where that defender realized that his life was over. It was the moment where he, like, went to press, and he's like, that dude's so fast.
He was already gone.
And he had to, like, switch and run back.
Yeah. One of the most shocking things for me looking at the lineup after seeing us playing is that Izzy actually started. That was like one of the few things that we talked about last episode that we would have never imagined would happen.
After playing essentially 90 minutes.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. And now on Sunday.
And he played well, in my opinion. In terms of like personal performances, I really didn't care at a point. There's a point where I didn't care anymore because of the result.
Right.
Like Keaton throughout the game, I didn't think played particularly well. Like he was kind of just a non-factor until that header, but the header was just so good that it made up for it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you hope you have guys as tall as Keaton on your roster. That is right there. That is the reason.
You know who really stood out to me the whole game that I've noticed now 2 games in a row has been world class, like insanely good.
Who's that?
Acevedo. Like literally holding down the entire team. Like this man looks so good. I think he's finally coming into like his role and his confidence. It's insane. It's night and day.
Well, we talked a little bit about it. I think it was like week 4 or week 5, right? Where Acevedo played 2 like Ben Sweat-esque balls to Medina and to Tati.
Yeah.
Like in both weeks, he did it a couple times in each game, and we were like, oh, Acevedo is coming into his own finally in this team.
Well, it's not even just, it's like the balls that he's playing, it's the tackles that he's making, it's the, like awareness.
Yeah.
It's so, like if you showed me these clips right after he had made that handball against Toronto, I would have been like, yeah, I doubt he's even on our roster anymore.
Yeah. One of the things that I was thinking about doing was imagine we created like, would we be considered haters if we made a highlight reel of all the goals that were scored against Sean Johnson? Because now, again, like, to be honest, most of these, some of them are to his fault, some of them aren't. This one definitely wasn't, because I don't think there's a keeper that could humanly react that quick to somebody putting that upper 90 near post on you.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude drilled that ball into the net. Like, that was nuts.
The problem... And not to cause any like issues in our squad or anything, like Sean, if you're listening, maybe don't hate Chanel, and Chanel maybe don't hate Sean, but like there's no connection between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just doesn't exist. Sean Johnson doesn't clearly trust Chanel enough to cover far post,
right?
Because he's trying to do both, so he's caught in between 2 worlds. And Chanel, who knows what he's doing ever.
Well, we've had more than enough situations where Sean has been left out hanging to try to save a goal that is completely unsavable if your defense drops the ball, which they have done to him many times. So I'm sure as like a human he trusts him and they're cool, but like you can see in the way that Sean plays that his positioning sometimes is weird, because he's like, just in case they do get by them, which I've seen them do tons of times, I have to be there, which then screws him if they end up making a different decision.
The problem is Chanel just honestly maybe one of the worst one-on-one center backs I've seen.
Yeah, look at us.
At least in that, like, let me not be like a right nower, because I'm sure somebody can pull up a compilation of him being really good one-on-one.
Yeah,
and I'm wrong, but like in this moment, I feel this way.
Yeah,
but like, bro, he's just so far off as a player, giving him so much space. Like,
you know what's funny? Look at us being so critical after like the greatest win that we've had this season.
I know, but it's like, should know we didn't have to be in that situation.
Yeah, we didn't have to be 1-0 down.
And like, I even tweeted it. You know, I gave Sean all the credit in the world, but like, he could have done better. That's why I said redemption.
Mm-hmm. Well, in the second half, to me, rewatching the game, it seemed like something was coming though. Like, we were putting together, you know, very good plays. We were moving the ball up the field, and it was the constant thing of the last touch or the last shot not being there. I think it was 2 or 3 times before Sean ultimately played that ball to Thiago, he did the same thing, like playing the ball immediately to Thiago as quickly as he could. So that's probably, I mean, even credit to Ronny, that's got to be something that is known and been trained.
Well, because before Sean would hesitate. Always, like, yeah, and it would be so frustrating because you would see him like go to send a ball like that, but then hesitate and then throw somewhere else or kick it away to nobody.
Yeah.
Whereas this season, I feel like, and he did hesitate. If you watch that back, I in the moment was like, why are you hesitating? I thought he was gonna do it again, but then he does. He ends up playing that ball quickly, which, you know, maybe that hesitation is what ended up.
Yeah. Well, we've also never had pace like this on this team.
Dude, that is the fast. I don't care. I know I was like tweeting in the moment. That's the fastest man I've ever seen run.
Yeah. I
Genuinely.
mean, we just simply have never had pace like this. And when you know, put Thiago in what, like the 70th minute with fresh legs, and he's that quick against some dude that at this point has now played 94 minutes of the best soccer he could offer, you're done. You're screwed. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. And then I think it was Ronny that said after the game, when he saw Thiago like do the back heel chop, he was like, just put the ball in the net. Like, what are you doing with this? And then he hits the back heel chop and just rolls it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and lucky that the deflection goes in.
Yeah, but it was on target. Right?
Yeah, it was. But that deflection very easily could have gone.
It was just like all the finesse in the world and the least amount of power, and to just roll that in, just
someone's got to make
away.
It to where it's like that meme of the 2 people in bed, and she's like, oh, he's probably talking to other girls or looking at other girls, and it's like, no, he's actually just watching that heel chop from Thiago.
Why did Thiago choose to heel chop? He's world class.
I genuinely watched that like 16 times in a row.
I think every fan has. Every soccer fan has it. This is like when the Messi news broke and we're like on ESPN's Twitter account and stuff like that. This has eclipsed that level of just like regular NYC news. Like
somebody was joking there, like it still won't get on the MLS YouTube page. But no, I think, as much as I hate to admit it, this is another Ronny masterclass in substituting the right players, and like that's when the spark. Santiago Rodriguez, dude, looks like he's gonna rip this league apart. He looks so smooth on the ball, and like those guys, getting them in, changed the game genuinely.
I think obviously what we're working towards is a fitness level and a lineup where they start every game. I would assume, right?
It's gonna be.
That's what you would hope for, anyways.
Yeah, because I think like Thiago and Santiago, they're both at the point where I think they need to start, which is going to hurt some other people. But like, even Maxi, you can't really take him out. But they were playing Santiago in like a weird position with Maxi out there still. So.
Yeah, Maxi was still there. So
I don't know where exactly. And maybe they'll play him on the wing, like, and replace Medina.
Well, now, I mean, directly after this game, I've seen it more than ever, is like a little bit of like Tati slander coming in, and then like Izzy agenda too. So I saw one tweet I don't really know who it was from, but they were just like, I think it's like clearer now more than ever that Tati cannot be the guy in an offense. Like, he's definitely a supporting piece, and this is me quoting this guy, not saying it myself, but we could give our own thoughts, but that he's more of a supporting piece and not the guy.
I think
is what I saw.
I would want to see like Tati on the left wing, Thiago down the middle, or even swap that and see them link up.
Yeah.
for 90 minutes before I make any judgment.
Well, it's even going to be, see, the same way that you could say Tati is better as a supporting piece. What do we have? 30 minutes worth of footage of Tati with better supporting pieces around him, because he hasn't had to be the guy. You do need to have supporters around you,
he
right?
hasn't really played the minutes with Maxi too.
Yeah, he hasn't had many opportunities where he had pieces like Thiago and Santi and Tales around him. So we have to see.
I just think that Tati would probably be the first to say he's obviously not taking his chances, and like we've definitely said that here.
Rightfully.
But like, to say that he can't be the number one piece of our offense, I think he can be.
Yeah.
I just think he's got to take better chances with the opportunities given.
Yeah. I mean,
like he could have really damaged us. Missing that chance. Not even taking that chance, and then we get counterattacked. Like that could have very easily ended 1-0.
Well, it's not going to be a surprise to anybody that in the next month of our team, it's going to be tough to find a position in the NYCFC attack.
Yeah.
Because when Heber comes back, we now have, I mean, for our front three people looking for positions, it's Tati, Tales, Thiago, Izzy, Heber. I mean,
how do we not win a league, bro? Like, not to be the guy. How do we not win this league?
That's the thing is, and that's what really sucks.
If we can learn how to defend, we are winning a league.
What really sucks is that Tati had so much time with no competition to demand his own starting role, and he didn't do it.
And we love Tati here,
which is the worst part for him, I would imagine, because it's like you had, even if you can count last season, but even if we take last season off the board, you had about 7 games, 8 if we want to be friendly, to have Ronny have no question about your place in this team. And then,
well, he still has time.
Yeah,
he still has some time, but I don't know if you can do enough, because you have until Heber's back and maybe like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Once he's back and available to really say like, hey, I deserve to play.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you're on the left wing now.
Mm-hmm. And you have, if we get a 90-minute Thiago, he's already at the point where he's like, I demand a spot.
Yeah.
Two goals in 2 games.
Right wing, left wing, it doesn't matter really, it seems. But
yeah, no, it doesn't matter, because he was floating onto the left wing too last night. That was one of the balls that Sean played to him that were almost identical to the one that ended up in being that game winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the cool thing about all these young attackers is they're not like tied to a position because they're so young. They really, what their skill is that they have legs and they can finish. So you could put them anywhere that works for you.
Yeah. The thing with Thiago is like, yes, he's had 2 goals in 2 games, but I still think he's going to be somebody who's going to struggle with the final product. Like, he's gotten in positions where he can finish, like, you know, that chance that gets the goal. But like, I do see him like struggling with the final product. Yeah. And so he's perfect to chuck on the wing and, you know, kind of experiment with. Whereas Tati, he's struggling with the final product right now, and it's, who knows where it'll come from. Yeah.
I mean, it's even kind of unfair to give Thiago 2 goals in 2 games, because really it's like 2 goals in 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is like half of a game.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, even Ian said it in the game. He's like, right when Thiago came on, it was like, this kid has so much pressure. We're expecting a goal from him. He's like, I'm expecting a goal from him, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, I think Ian was maybe just a little hyped up when he saw that goal go in as the average person.
I want to interview Ian so bad, because I need to know how he can sit in the booth and like witness that goal and stay completely quiet while the other guy is
when Joe Taliesin, I know when they scored, and it's like now players are starting to pile on top of each other, and I'm like,
where's Ian?
Is my sound off?
Where is Ian?
Where is Ian? Like, and then he just starts.
He probably muted. They probably both muted their mics and were like,
for the safety of the equipment's future, they had to mute it.
I think they were even yelling at the fans. They were like, "Get up, support your team."
Yeah, but one thing that Ian said was like, if you spend the big bucks, you get quality and entertainment. I think I think he was just hyped up because one of the funniest things is that we got Thiago for under $2 million. We got for 1.8. I think it was Blue Balls
chips.
Pod that tweeted, yeah, we got Thiago for a bag of chips, LOL or whatever. It's like, yeah, we literally did. Look at the night and day difference between somebody like Thiago and Matrita for a club record of like $9 million.
You know, like, and it sucks to add this much hype to this kid, but like with Jack Harrison, you were like, okay, this kid could be something, but he's probably not going to be like a superstar one day.
Yeah, he'll be something, but probably not with us.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that with Thiago, but I think he's going to be like a guy somewhere. Like, he's going to turn out to be one of the best players to ever have essentially started at NYCFC, I think. I think he has that potential.
That's nuts.
I know, but I just feel it like with Jack Harrison, he had skill and like things that you can train to get better at.
Yeah.
Thiago, he has those things that like you can't train. Like he just naturally
He just
has.
now needs the other
Yes,
parts.
exactly. And so like if he can build on that speed and genuinely get good at everything else, he's gonna be a guy somewhere.
Yeah.
And like go for millions and millions of dollars to some big club.
It's true. It's just, I don't know. We have a lot to look forward to as NYCFC fans. That is the biggest truth.
This is Christmas. If we could just defend. Sands, by the way, I was so wrong. 2 games in a row. You sexy man. I'll kiss him. Next time we're in that parking garage, I'm kissing James Sands right on the mouth.
Yeah. With this defense and Sands playing so well, we're kind of lucky because unfortunately we saw Collins come out of that Peru game in like the 20th minute.
Hopefully
with
like
a knock.
Medina
Goody.
is precautionary. Well, Thor he played the full
second half.
Which honestly, I again, another thing where I like think to tweet and I forget. If it wasn't for Thor playing through that, we probably don't win the game.
Well,
in
it
the same
depends.
way, because Thor coming off, then we're forced into another sub. We don't get to put on 3
That's true.
attackers at the end. We probably, and it doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah. Anyways, we talked about everything we have to say about this one. So
Yeah, let's get out of here before I actually scream, because Switzerland, I think, just equalized or got close.
anyways,
Post 90 on all that is covered. Post 90 on all platforms.
follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, mostly on YouTube. Is where you'll find all the
We'll see you
content
guys
of our pretty faces.
next
So we'll
week.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.